Greetings, droogies. Getting bored of X-Plane 11? Why not try a bit of this? Welcome to the reaction review, and this is St. Bart's scenery for X-Plane 11. Situated in the Caribbean islands, St. Bart's is the third most dangerous airfield in the world. So if you're getting bored with X-Plane, this is something a little bit more challenging, and this scenery is the one to download for sure. The biggest aircraft to operate here is the Dash 7, but they're usually about the size of a Twin Otter or smaller. I'm going to be flying a Baron here to see if I can do it later on. But for the moment, let's have a look at some eye candy scenery. This is a nice view of the harbour. I'm just looking over to the right. As you can see, the grass and the hills look pretty good. There's another little kind of harbour over there, and the airport is to the top right of your picture there, and you can see in the distance the beach at the end. This is just a nice pan of the outside of it. There's the end of the runway there, so you don't want to overrun that, and there's a bit of a slope. They've paid a lot of attention to the beach. There's people on the beach and there's people sunbathing. And this is another picture. If you can see in the distance there, you can see those yellow buoys off into the distance. That's saying to people, don't go swimming there, because if an airplane overshoots, you're going to get yourself chopped up. They do have some nice scenery like this communications mast. And it looks pretty good, I have to say. But the only thing I don't like about it is the roads. But nevertheless, everything here is where it should be. There's the tennis courts, etc. There's the parking areas for the aircraft. We're just looking at the side from the rock. And here is the famous area where plane spotters come and they get all their footage. And I'm going to show you one for YouTube now shortly. But for the moment, things don't always go to plan when people come into St. Bart's, unfortunately. I'm going to show you what happens to this poor unfortunate chap towards the end of the video. But meanwhile, let's have a look at some more eye candy. Here's a terminal here. They've done a pretty good job of it. It's nice and clean and crisp. So you can see the people outside sitting there. And yeah, I can't complain. The flags look a little bit odd, but it's a flight simulator. You're going to be up in the air, and that doesn't really matter. But what I'm concerned about is having fun of getting into the airfield itself. Here's a Twin Otter. These are the most common ones that come in here. They operate from St. Bart's. We'll have a look at some of those shortly coming in. So I'm going to show you some real clips, and then I'm going to try and do it myself. So moving along, here's some goodies. Roll it there, Regine. So that's how the experts do it. This is the approach coming in, and you can't really see the runway. I have a feeling you come in a bit higher. There's the airport right at the end there. So just slow it down there a little bit, Roshi, so I can see the roundabout there on the right. That's where all the spotters go. There's a little couple there on their bikes taking pictures. Isn't that lovely? So we're going to go flying, and I'm going to zoom into the aircraft here. But first, let's have a quick look at how not to do it. Now, of course, I'll do it perfectly. I wouldn't have any problems landing in St. Bart's, even though I haven't done it before. But let's have a look at this poor unfortunate chap.
Dude, that guy's gotta stop. Whoa! Crap. That kind of blows.
Yeah, that would never happen to me. Crazy madness. So let's hop in and get moving. Let's rock and roll, or roll and rock, or preferably both, so I'll add full power. This is the Beechcraft, by the way. Take the feet off the brakes. My rudders aren't the best, forgive me. I have to really use differential braking a little bit until it goes faster, and then the airflow is enough for the rudder to work. Okay, so I'm just doing a little bit of a wheelie. It'll take off on its own. That's just past 80 knots now. And blue line speed 100 knots. So off we go. Gear is, I'm going to leave the gear down. Just going to leave the gear down. And trim, trim, trim. Flaps are up. And we just do a circuit. Sorry about the mouse. Can't be helped with the Oculus. There's the runway there. So I'm going to come over this hill a little bit. The scenery's not bad. I just don't like the houses. I don't like the way the roads are. They really stand out far too much, and it takes the immersion away. It really does. It really takes the immersion away. Now I think I have the auto weather on here because it's really bumpy. It's seriously bumpy here. And I believe it is quite bumpy in St. Bart's anyway. So I'll level off here at 1,000 feet. Attitude power. I'll leave everything forward as it is. Trimming. Having a look. I'm going to give myself a good long final. Now we take the power back a bit. Gears down. We lower 10 flaps. And we'll turn for base. Now I don't want to go below 100 knots. I want to maybe 105, 110. So I'm pitching for speed. I'll keep a little bit of height. I think you want to come in high. Now we're going to go over that hill. I don't think I'm going to see the runway. Yeah, it's really bumpy. The weather is very good. It's really quite bumpy. I don't know if you can see that, but in the Oculus Rift, it sure is bumpy. So I'm looking for that kind of roundabout area. I think it's about there. It's kind of hard to judge. I think the guys have this nailed, obviously, in the Twin Otters. Now I turn what I think is going to be final, because I can't see the runway until I get over the hill. Now I don't know what the real procedures are, but let's see if I can do it the first time. Let's see if I can do it the first time. Don't want to go below that blue line. Now I turned a little bit past. Oh, it's bumpy and around the place. This is going to be tricky. I'll do it. I can do it. Now we'll turn on to final. Yeah, I do like the mesh. You know, it seems from the video I think it's close enough. I'm very low. I think I'm too low. Okay, I got to concentrate now and shut my trap. I can see the roundabout coming into view. I hope I'm in the right. There's a runway. Oh, I'm a bit off. Usually I go around. Here we go. I'm going to slow down a bit. We'll put all those flaps down. Oops. Oh.
Dude, that guy's got to stop. Whoa! Crab. That kind of